Hey lighting fanatics, today I'm going to show you this Sylvania 13 watt 3000K helical CFL bulb. Now this is a CFL of an odd color temperature. 3000K is not very common in CFL bulbs, but Sylvania was one manufacturer that made them, and they still do today, and here is one such example. So on the top of this CFL bulb here is our tube, which is in the helical shape, and it is a T3 size. And then in here is our electronic ballast, which is resonant-start. We'll see that later. And then on the bottom is our base, which is not brass, however it is solderless, and it has a glass insulator. So let's go ahead and take a look at our etch here. It says Sylvania 13 watt 120 volt 60 hertz 3000K, and there's the model number CF13EL/mini twist. Of course, it contains mercury. Perhaps that's some kind of date code, or maybe that is. And then just some caution information, made in China, UL listed, all that stuff. So we'll go ahead and screw this CFL in to our socket here. And I'll be right back after I turn the lights off. Alright, the lights are off, and it's time to turn on this CFL bulb. Now keep in mind, this CFL is resonant-start. Let's go ahead and turn it on in 3, 2, 1. And there you go. Of course, resonant-start. And it's almost at full brightness already, which is typical for these resonant-start CFLs. But I'll give it a few seconds here to make sure it's all the way up in brightness. Alright, it's been about 30 seconds, and it's definitely a little bit brighter than it was before, but not by much. So, we'll go ahead and move up here so we can take a look at the brightness of this bulb and the CRI. So, it's definitely very bright, like a 60 watt incandescent bulb for sure. And CRI-wise, it's a typical CFL-looking CRI 800 series, you know the drill. I did look up the spec sheet for this CFL beforehand, and it is 82 CRI, which is a pretty typical value for a CFL bulb. And yeah, it's definitely a very nice 3000K color, not like the 2700K, which is typical for the warm white CFL bulbs. It is 3000K, which is typical for the warm white linear fluorescents, at least in the US. But the video doesn't end there. I have one more thing I want to do with this CFL real quick. Alright, well, we're going to go ahead and actually unscrew the Sylvania 3000K CFL, because I want to do a little bit of a comparison here. So I've got a two-way socket splitter here, which we're going to screw in, just like so. And we'll screw in our 3000K CFL here on the left. And I have another CFL which I'll screw in on the right. It is this one, a Sylvania 2700K. Yes, we're going to compare this to a 2700K CFL, just so that you can see the difference in color. Alright, well, with both bulbs screwed in, we'll go ahead and turn them on in 3, 2, 1. And right away, you can see the difference in color between the 2700K and 3000K CFLs. 2700K is a little bit yellower, and the 3000K is a little bit whiter. Well, that just about concludes the Sylvania 13-watt 3000K helical CFL bulb. We'll take one last look over this bulb, starting with the tube at the top, and the ballast housing and base, and the etch, if you want to read any of that. Well, there you have it. If you enjoyed what you saw, be sure to leave a like down below, and feel free to leave a comment if you have something to say. And if you want to see more cool lighting videos in the future, don't forget to subscribe. See you next time.